in some way, if the biodiversity has got impacted, or in some way nature has been in some way adversely impacted, it is because of the mining industry and the metal industry. So maybe his plan was to call people who have been responsible on one side to ensure they are responsible on the other side to restore and get it back in place where it should have been. Nevertheless, I think Tata Steel has been at the helm of, should we say, taking charge and taking onus on doing what it can do in its own manner, because we are in the hard-to-abate sector. We are responsible for the 7 to 8% of the, I would say, the carbon emissions in the world as a steel industry. Having said that, I think there are a lot of initiatives that the company and foundation can take together or are taking together, which can make a difference to the planet Earth. Coming specifically on the Eastern Himalaya, and I'm very happy to see the AV that was shown in the morning, and I think it's a great 10-11 year journey which we all saw. I think Eastern Himalaya region is relatively new. It's not really old. However, it has got impacted adversely. The biodiversity has got impacted, and I think Balipara Foundation has been at the helm of ensuring that it gets back on track as much as possible. I think we all need to join hand, and I think one of the things which was also mentioned yesterday was about what business can do along with the community to ensure that we get the nature its due. Actually, everything has to be done along with the nature, otherwise you can't do anything. And I would start from, like they say, charity begins at home and then go on to business. A few years back, which was in I think 2015 if I'm not mistaken, COP21 at Paris, I visited in Paris as a part of the Government of India delegation, and in the India Pavilion they gave a book called Parampara. Possibly you've seen that. So I also got a copy of that. We came back, I was running through that book, and suddenly I was taken back to memory lane, to my childhood, because some of the stuff which was written in that book reminded me of my growing up years. Because then I realized that how we have moved away as individuals, as families, as community, and surely as companies, away from nature. So whether it was reuse, recycle, reduce consumptions, maybe we were forced at that time when I was growing up because of deficit economy. We were supposed to do certain things which possibly we didn't like I never got a new shirt every now and then because my older sibling's shirt was given to me. But it made sense from a conservation perspective. It made sense from a perspective that that's the right way of using resources. And Parampara actually showed a lot of traditions of India which we had in the past, which we have gone away from. And I think that started giving us thoughts in Tata Steel Foundation per se, and we started something called the Green School Project along with Terry. And why I started with this example, because I see in the audience a lot of students. So I thought it is important we start from there, and I'm happy to say that that project has run for about 6-7 years. We run it in all our schools, not our schools, but schools in the region of our operations. So we've done about 40 schools. It's gone through many students, parents, teachers, and community. And this whole program, Scheme to School, Green School Project, actually does awareness on phase 1, and then they pick up projects which make sense from a green and nature balance perspective. Third, it also increases a lot of community awareness through the students and children, and the children are the ones who carry the mantle forward for us going, whatever they are doing today will obviously have an impact in the future as well. So I think that was a good initiative which I was able to pick up from their COP21, and we were able to take it forward. One of the things which we are trying out, and it's taking shape now, is bamboo and biochar. Now, one way of doing it is that you cut the bamboo, use it in the furnaces, and that's it. But what we are trying to work out is that can we do bamboo plantation along with the community? Then we take that bamboo as the produce from them, which is used in the furnaces. They get something from the fields which doesn't impact the livelihood and stuff, and can be regrown, doesn't impact the fertility of the soil, and you get nature-based solution for your plant. Now we've tried that as a small scale, it has worked well, we're trying to grow that. And I think I have a few more examples of this kind in Jharkhand, like the graphene black and stuff like that. But I think that's the way forward if we have to really ensure that we do not have rampant deforestations and we don't have, rampant cutting of trees and stuff like that. And I think that's the only way if we can work with them, create livelihood enablers for them, which you can also create as a business connectivity with the industry. So it works as a cycle, and that's how we should do. Thank you so much for inviting me today.